Today, the High Commission is pleased to be part of this collaborative effort to showcase Guyana as a tourist destination.
Hi there everyone, welcome to my time tunnel. Browne here with you. Feel free to like, subscribe, and let's go and see what's behind my tunnel at this time. Hi there, Browne here with you. Welcome to my time tunnel. Thank you for being there. Thank you for liking, subscribing, and being there even though I'm there and not there, but still here. And I'm always here with you. So much has been happening around the world. Yes, we've been looking at all the bad things being flying around politically, different countries having their upheavals. There's global warming, there's forest fires. There's been so much happening that, yes, you know what, let's look on the bright side of life. We don't need to bring about the bad things. There's so much that's been happening for Guyana that's good. Oil, but not even more than that. Tourism. Guyana's been booming. Guyana's doing well. And as you know, recently, the company that's responsible for marketing and promoting Guyana in the United Kingdom, Lotus, they collaborated with the Guyana High Commission in the United Kingdom and launched Guyana Wildlife Holidays. And this was by the company Wildlife. So Wildlife Holidays, wildlife tours, traveling naturists, they launched their brochure and launched Guyana. What happened that evening? There was the welcome remarks, which was presented by the acting High Commissioner, Miss Peggy McLennan, and followed by presentations by Chris Smith and Helen Bryan, both from Wildlife Worldwide. This company is now taking Guyana to another level.
Today, the High Commission is pleased to be part of this collaborative effort to showcase Guyana as a tourist destination. From the inception of introducing ourselves as a place to visit, we have had to dispel the myth that enjoyment and satisfactory relaxation can only be accomplished if one visited countries with white sand and blue waters. We've had to prove over the years that a different experience is not necessarily an unpleasant experience. And for the tourist who likes outdoor adventures, is interested in green spaces, rare species of animals, the serenity of nature, the refreshing ambience of vast natural waterways, while enjoying a Caribbean flavor, we are the place for you.
You're in this environment. I was standing in grassland, wonderful early morning sky. This is actually at Karanambu, which Chris is going to talk to you about. This is Diane McTurk's place. And you've got a ridge of hills on the horizon with a lake underneath, just shimmering. I mean, it was so East African, and then this comes at you. I mean, and you're on foot, and this anteater just comes running past you. It's kind of like the size of a sort of red setter, a very, very shaggy red setter, skinnier, but again, it's just a creature that has to be seen to be believed.
After the presentation, of course, the guests were treated to Guyanese cuisine. They had a variety of Guyanese cuisines, which was really, really entertaining. And quite a few people have never eaten Guyanese cuisine for the first time, so that was good. Finally, I spoke with Chris Smith, who I asked to enlighten me a little bit more about what Wildlife was offering Guyana, because this new company is coming into Guyana and they really are preparing to promote Guyana big time. Okay, with me is Chris Smith from Wildlife Worldwide.
Yes.
I always get tongue twisted with this.
It's a difficult
but it's a very good evening today because Wildlife is launching its destinations and also had a presentation about what it's about. But tell me more, Chris, as we're into this whole thing tonight.
So tonight we've been very lucky to do a presentation here at the Guyana High Commission to tell people a lot more about Guyana as a destination, both from a wildlife point of view and a wilderness point of view, because it's somewhere, it's such a good place for both of those things. So we've introduced the destination to a lot of people, and we've also launched a brand new group tour which will hopefully do really well off the back of this evening.
Right. Is it the first time Wildlife is taking Guyana fully on board as a destination, or has it just been incorporated previously?
It's been incorporated previously. We've been offering it for about 4 years, but this is the first time we've offered a dedicated group tour for the country. So this is very much a step forward for us, and we hope it will certainly take it and then improve tourist numbers to the location as well.
How many times a month a year do we expect these trips going in? I mean, pardon that.
To start with, just once a year, but if it proves really popular, then we'll start doing additional departures, and who knows how much further we could take it.
Looking at your presentation tonight, I didn't see all of it, but you seem to have been quite a few places in Guyana and highlighted some very interesting areas. Tell me a little bit more about that.
So yeah, it was about 4 years ago. I went to Guyana and I visited, I think, 8 to 9 different places. So I got to see everything that the country had to offer. My colleague Helen also did a very, very thorough trip in the country as well. So we've been from everywhere from Georgetown right down to Lethem and everywhere in between. So we've been very lucky in what we can do.
I know that you spoke a lot about the kite tour.
Yes.
What really enticed you much about the kite tour here?
It's amazing. It's the world's greatest waterfall, and yet you get, the whole place to yourself. So yeah, it's amazing. Amazing.
Yeah.
Best waterfall in the world.
You didn't mention about overhearing about the tranquility, about the individuality, the feeling of freeness that you would get at kite tour compared to any other waterfall you visited.
Yeah. So, because when I visited, there were only 8 people there. But you go to places like Iguazu and Niagara Falls and there's thousands of tourists, but you don't get that in Guyana, and that's the best thing about the country, is you have it to yourself.
I'll endorse that with you, because I did visit the kite tour twice.
Yeah.
And it's amazing the feeling you get when you get to that fall. Looking at it, I always say to people, kite tour is an aggressive waterfall. Very aggressive, but
in your face.
It tames you.
Yeah.
And as the more you look at it, the more it warms you. And I think anyone who's visiting Guyana should make kite tour
it's
a must.
one of those must visit places in Guyana.
Yeah, but Chris, I want to say thank you so much for being here with us and taking and using the Guyana High Commission as well as its launch pad for wildlife, and hope that this will take us a little more further, into the new era.
Well, thank you very much for having us. It's been a great evening.
It's been a pleasure chatting with you, Chris.
Lovely.
Thank you so
Great.
much. Bye. Right, Kate from Lotus, the organizer of today's event, which was actually the launch of the company.
Wildlife Worldwide.
And they have now taken Guyana full score on the map. Tonight's event, how do you find about it? How do you feel about it? And what do you think it was all about?
Tonight was a really great event. It's the first time we do a customer event at the High Commission, welcoming the Wildlife Worldwide customers. And a lot of those customers have travelled to other parts of South America, or they've been on a wildlife holiday. So it was really nice to get the opportunity to talk to those customers and tell them a little bit more about Guyana, what they're going to see in Guyana, the kind of holiday they'd experience. And we got really good feedback. So our role at Lotus, working with the Guyana Tourism Authority, is to work with a lot of the tour operators. Wildlife Worldwide is one of the tour operators that we're working with, and they've been really proactive, they've been doing lots of campaigns, they've really been getting behind Guyana. So it's really wonderful for them to invite us to this event tonight and for us to be able to collaborate with the Guyana High Commission to showcase Guyana together, really, and to generate a bit more interest.
So actually, Lotus is now reaching out to various tour operators around the diaspora in the UK, bringing them awareness that they can be working to promote Guyana.
Yeah, definitely. We're working with the tour operators, we're working with the diaspora, and we're working with the student academic volunteer market, and there's many things that we're doing just to raise the profile of Guyana. Guyana seems to be really interesting for a lot of people at the moment. It seems to be like the next place to visit. So tonight was great timing.
Good. So we can say 2020, Lotus and the broader spectrum is going to be happening big for Guyana.
Let's hope so, Carl.
Good one. The evening was fantastic. It went well, really well. A lot of people were impressed. Some have never heard about Guyana. And in the end, Guyana surely is on the move. So with that, I'd like to say thank you for looking, thank you for listening. And indeed, Guyana is on the move. We are getting there. And we are still being one of the best. We've got so far 3 awards for being the best eco-tourism destination in the world. How else could we be? Catch you later. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Feel free again to like, subscribe. Carl Browne here with you saying it really was a pleasure and I did enjoy always being with you.